And welcome back to TSFL Live WILDCARD Weekend Edition. We do have the playoffs going on this week. We got some good matchups. Finally, took us a while, but we're finally here. Took us a while. This segment is sponsored by TSFL, where real athletes play. And we have two games on the docket this week. First one going on at 11 o'clock. The number 4 seeded Bucs versus the number 5 seeded Horns. And before we get into that game, let's just go ahead and run down the seedings real quick. The Titans did get the number 1 seed, followed by the Tigers at number 2. Number 3 goes to the Outlaws. Number 4, the Bucs. 5 goes to the Horns. And the last seed is the Wrecking Crew. You alright? You got allergies?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Let's go ahead and discuss this first game. The Bucs versus the Horns. That game is taking place at 11 o'clock at River City Christian Academy on Sunday. Now, earlier this year, the Bucs did beat the Horns by 1 point. What do you guys see in this game, and how is it going to be any different?
Did your quarterback play that game?
No.
That's the difference right there. You know, I obviously am biased to who I think the best quarterback in the league is, but you know, if it's like a 1A, 1B type of thing, you know, Mark is definitely there. He's missed a lot of games this year for y'all, and I mean, he makes y'all, you know, he makes y'all's offensive engine go. Your defense is, you know, it's hit or miss week to week, you know, at times with y'all, but your offense is, you know, when he's in there, you guys are scoring 30, 35 points a game. So I think that's the difference. That, along with playoff experience. You guys obviously been to the ship last year, and y'all been in playoffs since Ariel's on the league. He's never not made the playoffs. So, you know, for the majority, the team has made the playoffs. The majority of the Bucs, although they got lots of fresh talent and whatnot, they haven't been there in that pressure situation just yet.
Right. So
if I would have to lean, you know, I don't think we're picking yet, but if I'm leaning as far as experience and then the difference between last game to this game, it's going to be Mark, and then, you know, so I just think you guys have the advantage. That doesn't mean I won't pick an upset pick in a little bit, though.
Oh, we might have an upset.
We might have an upset.
Okay.
Who you 1 game behind me in 2 games?
He's 2.
I'm 2 behind you, he's 1 behind me. So he's 2 behind you, 1 behind me. All right.
Marcel, both teams did come on strong at the end. The Bucs, they're riding a 4-game winning streak. With the Horns riding a 2-game winning streak over some of the, you know, 2 of the top 3 teams. 2 of the top, if you let me finish there, sir, beating 2 of the top 3 teams in the league right now.
Titans and Outlaws.
The Titans didn't even. Rick said he wasn't even sweating.
Oh, really?
They wasn't.
The game that they played, he said he wasn't sweating them?
They wasn't worried about y'all.
Oh.
They knew they had the number 1 seed locked up, so it was a garbage game.
They had the number 1 seed locked up when they played them.
Yeah.
Man, stop trying to get. Hey, Rick, you trying to throw you under the bus like that?
I tell you, don't trust this dude, he janky. Who's going to come out on top? And what did the Bucs, or actually what did the Horns got to do to come back and get the revenge win?
Well, the Horns, like he touched on a little bit earlier, you guys had your quarterback. And been out there against watching you guys play against the Outlaws this
You
week.
were out there?
Yeah, I was on chain.
Oh,
so I was actually on the Outlaw side.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Glad you made it out.
I've been out there. That's like.
Go ahead with your analysis, sir.
That's trying to hold me, but it's cool. Like I've been out there for a couple weeks. But anyway, still.
Go ahead. We're waiting, sir. Everybody's waiting. You've been.
Because y'all keep quick. If you stop taking pop shots and stop bothering me and let me speak, being disrespectful, I didn't do you like that.
I apologize, sir.
Thank you, sir. You know I'm a little sensitive right now.
You're irritable.
I am very.
It's okay.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys have your quarterback. Been out there this week and seeing how y'all are with him. Y'all are a completely different team. I mean, he's no Kelly, but like nobody in the league is. But I mean, he's a pretty good pocket passer also. Like he's good on the run. Y'all look like a completely different team. Like I seen you guys play without him. Y'all look just all discombobulated. Y'all y'all weren't clicking. But with him out there, y'all are a much more confident group. It's like people like y'all have like the receivers have like a good rapport with him. He doesn't have to sit there and try to dictate, you know, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that type of thing. And I mean, y'all's offense looked surprisingly good yesterday.
With the Bucs only scoring 13 points last game, can the Bucs fuel more points, or will that be enough again to win?
No, 13 points this week will not be enough. They're going to have to score. They're going to have to shout out to Noel and Richard. They're going to have to unleash them. They need to make Noel live. They need to let him have a combination of throwing and running, and they need to use the dump off to Richard. You guys are not very good tacklers consistently. I think that's fair to say.
It's fair.
So you got to let their athletes try to beat y'all's athletes and see who wins. That's really the only way that they're gonna have a chance is to score points, because your offense is gonna score 30 to 35 points, almost guaranteed with Mark back there. Chimichanga was back.
Yes,
Shout out to E Money. He looked good. He looked healthy. You know, he may not even be 100% yet, but he's still good. He's still that threat. He's still that stretch of field threat. You know, of course, Troy's gonna do his thing all the time. I don't know if you're gonna get PD back anytime soon.
We might, we may not.
Well, either way, those two receivers right there. You know, Little Kennedy steps up. He's been stepping up. So, I mean, I just think that they're gonna have to score a lot of points. The only way they do that is to unleash Noel and unleash Richard on dumps and making Noel live to shred your defense. And they gotta get 1 or 2 stops. And they're pretty good at creating some turnovers.
They are.
So they have a chance.
They're a tough group. We always have a physical game with these guys, no matter, you know, if they're down in the league or up in the league. We always have a physical game with those guys. So it's gonna be a tough one. But
if it's a high scoring game, you guys win. But if they can keep it low, then they have a chance.
That's very
I don't feel like they should get in the, I mean, I gotta disagree with Mark Bayless over here. But you guys, y'all are like, without it was a shootout. I knew that was gonna be a shootout. Both of y'all's offenses are high powered, but y'all secondary, which I think again is fair to say, is a little inconsistent.
You know what? As far as our defense,
I think
our defense,
they really come together and made plays, but just like he said, tackling it's still a little bit of a problem. And those guys on the Bucs, they got speed. I mean, they're not as fast. They get on the outside corner, your DBs and the angles that they're taking, they're not gonna get to them. If they hit the outside corner, they're
two people that have to have a big game in your defense. One, I don't think you're playing.
I'm gonna try to be back, sir.
I don't think you will. Even then, you're not gonna be effective. The two people that need to have a big game on your defense is Dallas.
Yes.
Getting to Noel and Julian, a linebacker.
Yep.
Because I think he has enough. I don't know if he's definitely not as fast as Noel Richard, but he knows the game. He knows 6 man. He's played it a long time, a lot of experience. I think he runs, stays in shape. So I think he at linebacker, him, and then Dallas at rush have to have a big game for your defense. Y'all get 2-3 stops, and I think it's a wrap, because I just don't think their offense will be able to continually score points.
Yeah, and I agree. If we can contain Noel, then I think we'll be in good shape. If he gets on the outsides, like you said, then he might run loose.
Yeah.
And it might be a closer game than what we anticipate. So
what you got?
Going with the picks already?
Yeah.
Yes.
You want me to go first?
I do.
That's fine. You know what? I'll be the villain. Nobody want to do it. I'm gonna go with the Bucs.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with the Bucs.
Are you sure?
I
don't want you reneging on your picks toward the end of the show.
I'm gonna go with the Bucs.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like they had y'all's number that game. If y'all can shut down, Richard and Noel,
they're riding a 4-game winning streak.
Y'all might have a chance, but they're hot. So
This is true.
They acting like they the Spurs of TSFL right now.
They're hot, but they also had a bye week.
They haven't played in 3 weeks.
True.
4. By the time we play, it's technically gonna be 4 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a month without football. I hope y'all are running. I hope y'all getting cardio in. I've been running my team. Like, we gotta run. You know what I mean? And I think
because it takes you a whole first half to get your legs underneath you.
I mean, I would hope. I mean,
it takes you a whole first half. That first playoff game, and I tell you what, last year, we're Duval, we're undefeated. But the first half of the Wrecking Crew game, my guys were nervous. Now, I don't want to say nervous, but like, it was every down counts. Every single down counts.
This is win or go home.
Every play matters. Yep. And you know, I asked through the league last year, to get that, you can't prepare for that unless you're in it, yep. Unless you've done it and gone through it and broken through that wall of being successful. So it's gonna take them a little bit, man. And I want to pick the Bucs myself. But being that you picked them, it makes my choice even easier because I gotta catch up to you. So I'm gonna go with the Horns. Experience. Shout out to the Bucs though. I love y'all, man. You know, Richard, Noel, I really respect y'all. Juan, shout out to Juan for running the team. I respect the heck out of y'all, but just playoff experience is kind of like OKC last year. You know, they got to take their steps. They got to take their lumps. You're in the playoffs, you know, but you know you got to lose before you can kind of take that next step. So I'm gonna go with the Horns, and I'm gonna go. If you would have gone with the Bucs, I would have went with the Bucs. But now I gotta catch up.
Oh, so you pulling a Dante?
Yeah, I'm going off. I'm reversing off you because I gotta catch up to you.
So you pulling a Dante?
There's only 3 more weeks left. But I'm gonna go. This is the score.
Reverse jinx pick?
No reverse jinx picks. No, the Horns are gonna win the game. I believe that.
But you said that if I would have picked them, then the Bucs are gonna win the game.
Like I had no problem. Like if you would have picked the Horns, which I thought you were gonna do, I would have had no problem going with the Bucs to try to catch up to you because I feel the Bucs can win the game.
What is the score?
The score is gonna be 35-26.
I think it's closer than that.
That's really one score, but I mean 35-26.
Come on, you adding like Dante.
That's 9 points.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a late score that separates.
I think
it's gonna be like a 3-point game, can go either way, and then they're gonna score, and it's gonna be a 9-point win.
Give me a score.
I say.
Just write it down.
Give me a score in
what I say. 35-26.
I say I'll keep the 26. I'll go 26-28.
But you just said they got to keep it low scoring.
Yeah, but all right, I'll go 26-24.
You see?
26-24.
And that's still low scoring?
I mean, that's not low, but they're not gonna put up no 30+ points like almost.
Let's do a dinner bet on who gets. You know, because I may not win the overall, but I bet you that's gonna be the score closer than you.
You're saying it's gonna be like
that's a 9 point.
9 points, 2 points.